Happy Thursday, TV family. We have gathered once again in front of the warmth of our high-definition televisions or our computer screen or whatever it may be to bring you local information, local entertainment, and just local television. I'm Dan Kuntz. It is Thursday, 22nd day of May, 2025. It is overcast, 52 degrees. Low pressure system came in late afternoon, early evening hours yesterday. It's going to leave as the day progresses. We have lots of high clouds right now. They're going to gradually exit the area. They're going to head off to the east, and starting tomorrow and right through Monday, Memorial Day, and early into Tuesday and Wednesday, things are looking pretty good. There's a slight chance of perhaps a pop-up thunderstorm late on Sunday afternoon. I want to give you a quick heads up on that for you outdoor enthusiasts who are going to kick off the summer by camping or whatever the case may be. There's a chance of that because we're going to have a very rapid warm-up, and when that happens, the air can get rather unstable. But a forecast I think you're going to like once we get through today is coming up. News, whether you like it or not, we're going to give it to you as well. Nice afternoon yesterday for the Seattle Mariners, 6-5. A lot of home runs yesterday in Chicago. We'll have highlights plus reaction and the latest prep action as well. Pretty quiet on the prep scoreboard. It's all state playoffs, of course. From here on in, we'll let you know how the local teams did yesterday and who's playing today. It is Thursday. Pause for pets. Lucky the dog needs a home, and you'll find out how Lucky got his name when you see Pause for Pets. Of course, to the bottom of the hour, a brand new opinion from Mike Mad Dog Mignotti, and Tara Sokol will be my guest in the back half of the program. She's the community relations PR person for the Wenatchee Valley Museum and Cultural Center. They're going to be busy. They have two new exhibits coming up over the next couple of weeks that you can check out. The Super Summer Adventure Camps, enrollment for that is open, so your kids can stay active and keep learning during summer vacation. And the Historic Self-Guided Homes Tour is coming up too. So nice visit with Tara. We'll have that for you in the back half of the program. Let's take our tour, shall we? See what we have out there. Well, this is what we have out there. The high clouds. It's a low pressure system. We could still get a little bit of light rain. I didn't wash my car yesterday because I saw that we could have a little bit of light rain today. If we do, it's going to happen in the next hour or so. Eventually the clouds will depart and it's going to warm up really fast. I mean really fast, and the water is going to be very enticing for a lot of people, but the water is cold. It's very cold. Columbia River's up a little bit. Not too bad, up a little bit. The area's streams and rivers, they're doing okay. The snow melt's been pretty gradual this spring in the upper elevations. Our second camera is a dissolve to Lake Wenatchee. Look at the reflection on the lake. It is still as still can be, and just a couple of patches of snow on the north face of Dirty Face Mountain. By the way, that's a spectacular view up there. You can hike up Dirty Face. It's a workout. It's just a series of switchbacks. It'll tax your legs, but when you get up to the top of Dirty Face, it is a stunning view. I highly recommend it, but have a good pair of hiking shoes, pack some water, and take a few breaks. It takes a while to get up there, but it is a pretty cool view. I've been up there. Camera number 3. Speaking of pretty nice views from the top of Stein Hill, off to Dryden we see. Good morning, Dryden, and all the orchards hanging in there. Most of those orchards are pear orchards, but they grow everything out there. They grow pears and apples and peaches and cherries and pumpkin pies. Well, they don't grow pumpkin pies. I'm sure they make them. Hi, Dryden. Hi, Peshastin. Hi, Leavenworth. I think Mayfest is this weekend. I'm not sure. Or is it the Applehorn Festival? I can't remember these things. There's always something going on in Leavenworth on a weekend. And camera 4. Up to Billy Goat, USA. I'm liking these longer days. Sunrise this morning, 5:16. Sunset 8:40, 15 hours, 24 minutes. It's going to be 2 minutes and 9 seconds longer today than it was yesterday. We hit 68 yesterday. Our normal high is 73. We've now gone 7 consecutive days with our afternoon high temperature not getting to normal. Probably won't get to normal today. We will on Friday. We'll be well above normal by the time we get to Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. This is going to be a very nice Memorial Day weekend. Of course, it's a little bit earlier this year. The last Monday in May is the 26th, which is pretty early for Memorial Day weekend. In fact, let's not waste any time. Let's get right to it. Again, we're under the influence of a low pressure system. It's going to beginning to exit throughout the course of the day today. By the very end of the day, we'll have quite a bit of sunshine it's looking pretty nice. I have about 70. Again, it's going to take a while for these clouds to get out of here, but they'll be gone. And then the warming trend begins. Friday, we finally get up to just about normal. Lots of sunshine, very little wind to speak of, with a high of about 74. Little breezy on Friday night and Saturday, but not bad. We'll be pushing 80 on Saturday. Could even get into the lower 80s in many locations. Mid 80s on Sunday, lots of sunshine Sunday. Monday, mid 80s, lots of sunshine. The one thing that's out there is a slight chance of a pop-up raindrop or a thunderstorm Sunday night into Memorial Day, because again, with a rather rapid warm-up, it makes things a little unstable. We'll see. I don't think it's going to happen, but it's out there. If there is any kind of rain or a pop-up thunderstorm Sunday night, and we're talking very late Sunday night into Memorial Day, it would be in the mountain areas, not down here in the Wenatchee Valley. All in all, once we get to this afternoon when the sun comes out, it's going to be very nice for the next 6 days after today. All right. Next up is the news. You don't have to wait long for that. Just 2 minutes, and we'll be right back. You're watching Wake Up Wenatchee Valley on the NCWLIFE channel.
A ductless unit from Carrier can keep anyone comfortable. Take Shelly, for instance. She finds me time in her new attic-turned-home gym. And with her Carrier ductless unit, the temperature is always perfect. No matter how intense her workout gets. Carrier. Total comfort, totally happy.
Turn to the experts, Carrier and Alpine Air. Heat and air, call Alpine Air.
Hi, I'm Amanda Walden with A. Walden Insurance Group. Medicare can be overwhelming, but you don't have to figure it out alone. I've been helping people understand their Medicare options for over a decade. Medicare isn't a one-size-fits-all. I'll help you understand your coverage options so you can feel confident in your decisions. Let's find the right Medicare plan for you. Call me today or come and see me at my office located on South Chelan Avenue in Wenatchee between the YMCA and the Social Security office. I look forward to meeting you soon.
Tour Moses Lake just a gas tank away. With its abundance of outdoor activities, Moses Lake is a great place to visit. From fishing and boating to exploring the city's attractions, there is no shortage of things to do. Whether you're enjoying any one of the variety of restaurants with the family or an adventure-filled day with friends, Moses Lake has something for everyone. TourMosesLake.com and start your adventure today.
Central Washington Water understands the power of healing waters. If part of your wellness routine includes hot heat from a sauna, Central Washington Water now carries indoor and outdoor infrared and hot rock saunas by Tilo. Research shows there are many health benefits to a cold plunge after a good workout or relaxing time in your sauna. Harness the power of water in a hot spring spa, plug-and-play spas, a Tilo sauna, or a cold plunge tub. Stop by Central Washington Water, your wellness experts.
High clouds, but we're dry. 52 degrees. We'll be upper 60s or right around 70 today. Eventually, the sun will come out this afternoon, and then lots of sunshine. Just a few passing clouds right into the weekend. We'll be well into the 80s by the time we get to Saturday and Sunday. It's just about 9 minutes after the hour. Wenatchee Valley College will reduce courses and suspend 7 academic programs as a cost-saving measure to improve the financial viability of the college. Suspended programs announced this week include graphic design, machining, adult English learning courses, and engineering technologies bachelor's degree program, and others as well. Wenatchee Valley College Vice President of Instruction Todd Treat told us the 42 students enrolled in the suspended programs will be allowed to finish them, but no more students can enroll in those programs. Full-time faculty in those programs will have the option to remain on staff and teach other subjects. The college said the changes come as the state faces a $12 billion budget shortfall, although Treat said potential impacts of that shortfall are currently unknown. The body of a young Quincy woman was recovered by authorities on Tuesday from inside her vehicle. It was found at the bottom of a rural irrigation canal just outside of Quincy. A helicopter flying over a nearby orchard on Monday spotted the submerged vehicle, alerted authorities. Investigators with the Grand County Sheriff's Office believe that 24-year-old Erica Martinez Chavez had driven into the canal and drowned after losing control of her vehicle while driving near Road 7 Northwest and Road R Northwest. The canal is 20 feet deep and 75 feet wide. Her next of kin has been notified. Her body is now in the care of the Grant County coroner, Craig Morrison, who will conduct an autopsy. American tribal leaders spoke in Congress on Tuesday to support the Forests Act. That's a Republican initiative that would expand the role of Indian groups in managing forest health. The Colville Confederated Tribes produced commercial timber from their forests, and Executive Director Cody Dizitel is also the president of the Intertribal Timber Council. The bill would expand pilot programs for tribal efforts to produce wood fuel products, as well as the rich soil additive called biochar. Dizitel told the House Natural Resources Subcommittee that could offer multiple benefits for indigenous communities.
One, from a risk management perspective, by finding and developing markets for those two products, it gives an economically viable way to get that material out of the woods. It reduces field loadings that would reduce the future impacts of fires. In addition to that, on the economic side, by providing an economic value for that product, it gives us the ability to do more work, more restoration work on the landscape through time. That much of the work we do is funding limited. So if we can generate revenue from those forest products, it allows us to accomplish those land management goals and objectives faster.
Reinforcing your home against the threat of wildfire may be simpler than you think. Hillary Hurd is the Community Wildfire Liaison for the Wenatchee Valley Fire Department. She inherited that job from John Riley, who was the liaison for Chelan County Fire District 1 from 2015 to 2019. On the Chelan County Connection podcast, Hurd said her agency can offer plenty of advice and resources for homeowners who don't want their property to suffer during wildfire season.
I try and come in, make our crew's job a little bit easier to do prevention work and educate the homeowners so they know what the risks are. And, you know, it's an expensive proposition thinking about re-landscaping your entire property. So I really try, and when I meet with homeowners, try and give them recommendations that they can do in the short term, in the near term, and then the long term. And we're always looking for grant funding to help offset those costs as well. Our position started in 2015 after the Sleepy Hollow fire. The chief at the time thought it would be a good opportunity to create a liaison between the fire department to work closely with the community to become responsive to their needs and educate folks about wildfire preparedness. People can contact us for a home assessment or a defensible space assessment by our website or by calling the station. And depending on which of those two I'm doing, I like to come out and meet with a homeowner for about an hour. Generally, we go out and we start first talking about the concerns that they have surrounding their property, just so you can get a good idea of what risks they feel like they would like to have addressed, and then kind of jump right into it. We follow the principles of the home ignition zone. So basically you start looking at the structure and work out 5 feet from there, 30 feet, and then if it's appropriate, 100 feet to see what the wildfire risks are. What I try and get people to think about, springtime is a great time to tackle these chores because you're already out doing maintenance. You can come by the fire station. We have free yard waste bags that you can use to clean up the pine needles underneath your pine tree, put the debris that's in your gutter, get out dead and down material in your limbs, and you can take those yard waste bags down to Stimmilt Organics south of town for no charge at all. So that's a good opportunity to do that. And then I think that thinking about any plantings that you're going to be doing, we have a fire adapted plant guide that our partner agency from the Master Gardeners have developed. It's a very friendly plant guide. You can find that on our website. That'll give you some recommendations on where, if you're looking for ground cover, what types of ground cover are fire adapted, anything, and then anything to windbreaks and things like that. So there's a lot of resources out there to help you.
Speaking of wildfires, local nonprofit organization Our Valley, Our Future is going to host a wildfire symposium. It'll be on June 25th. The idea, educate community members on wildfire safety precautions. The symposium will take place at Wenatchee Valley College from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. It's free to attend, but you do have to register online. That's a requirement. Topics covered will include forest management, the capabilities of local fire departments, impacts on wildfire smoke, and more. Presenters will include Wenatchee Valley Fire Department Chief Brian Brett, University of Washington Professor Elizabeth Walker, fire scientist Paul Hesberg, and more. Demolition crews on Tuesday removed the last remnants of a community mural. It's been near the foot of 5th Street in Wenatchee since 2011. Our media partner at the Wenatchee World documented some of the removal. The mural at 5th and Worthen was 128 feet long. It was painted by Wenatchee Public School kids celebrating the city's outdoor recreation culture. Part of the artwork depicted Wenatchee cyclist Tyler Farah. Of course, he won a stage at the Tour de France in 2011. The demolition makes way for a new building in the Riverfront Village apartment complex. Smokey Bear hitting the road to continue wildfire prevention awareness. Governor Bob Ferguson authorizing the sale of a special license plate depicting the iconic Smokey Bear. He did that on Tuesday. The plates will help fund the Washington State Department of Natural Resources efforts to prevent human-caused wildfires and support wildland firefighters. DNR Commissioner Dave Upthegrove said in a news release that 90% of wildfires in our area are started by us humans, and there was no better advocate for wildfire prevention than Smokey Bear. Plates will run you $40 to purchase and then $30 to renew, and you can start buying those on November 1st. And finally, conservative activist Tim Eyman was an uninvited guest on Tuesday at Governor Bob Ferguson's signed amendments to Washington's Parental Bill of Rights. The legislature this year adopted changes to water down I-2081. That's the initiative that would have given parents broad authority over their children's public education. Eyman, of course, is now bankrupt after Ferguson prosecuted him as Attorney General for violating campaign finance laws. He said he attended the signing ceremony to stand in silent opposition. Ferguson approved the law change in front of a packed chamber of supporters. He went on to sign a bill requiring a permit to purchase firearms, and one bill sponsored by 12th District Senator Keith Gaynor that encourages middle housing development in rural areas. And that's the news at just about 18 minutes after the hour. The news tonight at 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, and 10 o'clock, the NCWLIFE Evening News, so you are informed about what's going on around here. Keep in the loop. And that's what we're here for. 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, and 10 o'clock, the NCWLIFE Evening News. It'll also be up and running on the World Wide Web. You can go to our homepage, NCWLIFE.com. We put a link to our Facebook page. It's always available on our YouTube page. It's up and running right around 5 o'clock. We also have an app and an X and an Instagram. Other people take charge of that. And if you have a news tip, please send us an email, news@ncwlife.com. Mariners continue to play pretty darn good baseball. Yesterday, no exception. Sports in 2 minutes. You're watching Wake Up Wenatchee Valley on the NCWLIFE channel.
Craving fresh Asian comfort food? Steam Panda is Wenatchee's popular, family-friendly Asian restaurant. They focus on providing guests with delicious, healthy, fresh, and natural dishes for an affordable price. It's time to enjoy one of their many popular house-made soup dumplings, ramen noodles, or pho dishes. And make sure to ask about their lunch and chef specials on sushi rolls. Steam Panda's Hawaiian poke bowl and salads are excellent with your favorite boba tea. Stop by or order online at Steam Panda today.
Caught in a conflict? Family, workplace, neighbor, business, housing disputes? Wenatchee Valley Dispute Resolution Center provides mediation services, a cost-effective and efficient way to provide a written resolution to disputes and issues. Plus, we offer mediation training and community education on conflict resolution and communication skills. Contact us to learn more.
Right now at Les Schwab Tires, it's the Best for Less sales event. Save up to $120 instantly on a set of 4 tires. Choose from a wide selection of our longest-lasting, best-performing tires, and every tire is covered by America's best tire warranty. With a 60-day satisfaction guarantee, no hassle road hazard protection, and free maintenance for the life of your tires. It's our best deal on our best tires with the best service in the business. Get more from less.
How are things going with your parenting plan?
Amanda and I decided to do mediation with the Colombian Basin Dispute Resolution Center. We really wanted to avoid the costly attorney fees.
I didn't even know mediation was an option.
Yeah, they even train people to become mediators. They did such a good job, I'm actually considering taking the training myself.
I'm so happy for you guys. When parents work together, it seems everyone is happier.
Their mediators really listen to your wants and needs. I'm really happy with the outcome. Coming, buddy.
Sports, Leody Taveras hit a 2-run home run in the 8th inning. That puts Seattle ahead, and the Mariners hang on. Beat the White Sox 6-5 yesterday. You can make that 5 wins in their last 6 games. Cal Raleigh slugged his 16th homer, so he's tied with Aaron Judge for the lead in the American League home run chase. Cal Raleigh also had a double. He walked twice. Julio Rodriguez got things going with a 3-run homer right at the start of the game.
Here's the 1-1. Well, this is hammered out to center field. Robert racing after it, and it is gone over the fence, and right away a blast from Julio. A 3-run bolt, and the Mariners take an early lead.
We saw Julio on the first night with that grand slam, hitting that ball to left field. He's been pulling the ball a lot more in the last couple of weeks. But man, this time going right center, letting that ball get on him a little deeper. That fastball right down the middle. Where's that Trident now?
This one sent a long way in the air to left. It goes. It is long gone. Tim Elko gets the Sox on the board with his 3rd home run of the season. Crushes this one in the air, deep to left field. It keeps carrying. It is gone. We got a tie ball game here in the 4th inning, thanks to Lenyn Sosa with his 4th bomb of the season.
The wind has changed. It's blowing toward the left field corner, and that one got up in the jet stream and just carried out of the ballpark. So Lenyn now is driven in 13, but more importantly, the Sox have tied the game at 3. That early lead for Seattle has gone away.
Palacios, that one's got a chance going back in right. Get out! Back-to-back bombs here for the Sox. And the first lead of the game, a 4-3 lead here in the 4th inning. The 2nd home run of the season for Palacios.
He leads things off in the 6th. Mariners down a run. Out to left field, back by the wall, and Cal Raleigh, another game-tying home run. Now, when the game starts to get late, there are few who come up with bigger hits than this man, Cal Raleigh.
Absolutely, and that is a tough pitch to pull into the left field seats. A change up down and away. From our side, we knew you were going to get a steady dose of them.
Inside out swing gets into right field. They're going to wave in Elko. He will score the go-ahead run. And Chase Mydrop, the youngster, comes through yet again. An RBI single here in the 7th inning.
This ball is inside. He brings the hands in. You lead with the hands to take it the other way, and it goes right down the line.
Fly ball, right field. Taveras tagged it back. Does he get all of it? He does! Leody Taveras, his first home run as a Mariner. A go-ahead shot in the 8th inning. The Mariners lead it 6-5.
Been getting good counts, 2-1, 3-1, and getting some really good swings off. This time, first pitch of the at-bat, go-ahead 2-run bomb. We'll make a good pitch right here.
Ground ball behind the bag. Rivas, a foot race to second. That's the ball game. The Mariners win it. And they have just taken the series, and they are winners of their last 7 road series. 6-5, the final score today in Chicago.
Taveras came to the Mariners a couple of weeks ago. He was waived by the Rangers, and he told Root Sports it's fun to finally hit his first homer for his new team.
Leody, what was it like, first of all, to hold the home run trident for the very first time?
It's the best feeling, I was looking for that. Thanks God that I got this, you know. I feel really, really good at the right moment, and I'm happy.
Did you have to take it from Logan Gilbert? He likes that thing, you know.
Yeah, he like it. Yeah, I have to take it out of him.
All right, 8th inning, you mentioned a good timing. Your 2-run shot gives you guys a lead at 6-5. First pitch swinging. Do you want to be aggressive that at bat, or just saw something you really like?
Yeah, I'm looking for something right at the middle, you know.
Like you didn't get enough rain this series, right?
Yeah, not enough. Yeah, I'm looking for something right at the middle. I'm trying to like get that running out there. That's the main goal, you know, and I got the job done right there. That was perfect, and I was grateful we got.
Hey, last time we talked to you was your debut in Sacramento. A couple weeks later now. Double last night, a couple of hits tonight. Are you feeling better? You look better to play. You're feeling better and kind of settling into Seattle?
Yeah, honestly, yeah. I'm been working with the hitting coaches and trying to get better, you know, and feeling better. And honestly, I feel better right now.
Can you describe what it was like to play this series, the weather-wise, these 3 games?
I don't take it for granted. You know, it's baseball. It's baseball, and we got to go out of there and get the best out of the hands and do our best to get the W, you know.
With the wind blowing out, the two teams combined for 6 home runs. Manager Dan Wilson said after the game, despite that, Mariners starter Logan Evans pitched a good game.
Ball was carrying today. Both clubs with several homers, but our guys doing a really good job of getting on ahead of that and giving us a big lift. Obviously, Julio to start the game, gave us a little bit of cushion, and offensively late, Cal's homer. And then obviously Leo's was enormous, getting that 2-run homer to put us ahead. I thought Rowdy's at bat ahead of that was very solid to get that liner to left, and just again some good at bats. We created a lot of traffic again, and offensively I thought did a really good job with the bat. And then of course Logan Evans, I thought he pitched very well. I was really impressed with. He gave up a few homers in the 4th and then was able to kind of bounce back from that and throw a really nice 5th and 6th. That shows a lot and again, set up our bullpen for a nice spot there going forward. So really nice job on both sides of the ball again today and a good win for us to win the series. Don't look too far ahead, just take it one at a time and just continue to play the type of baseball that we want to play. And I think we kind of talked about that since spring training. It's just a consistent brand of baseball and that's what these guys have been able to do.
Seattle continues their 10-game road trip today. They're in Houston against the Astros. George Kirby is back. Yeah. He's off the DL. He'll make his first start of the season for Seattle. Lance McCullers Jr. gets the ball for Houston. First pitch on Root Sports is at 5:10. Good timing for the Mariners because everybody else in the division lost except the Angels. There's the Mariners over the White Sox, so they have a 3.5-game lead now over the Astros, who lost to the Rays. Yankees beat the Rangers in the bottom of the 9th inning, so they lead the Rangers by 4 games, and they have a 5-game lead over the Angels, who doubled up on the Athletics. For the Quincy Jackrabbits boys soccer team, their season came to an end in the first round of the state soccer playoffs. They lost to North Kitsap 3-1, but a good season nevertheless. And just one local prep school has action today in the state softball playoffs. In the 1A opening round, Cashmere's the number 10 seed. They'll take on the 7th seed Rochester team at 3 o'clock this afternoon. And those are just some of the games that people are playing. Your obscure holiday today. It's National Maritime Day today because it was on this date in 1819 that the Savannah, a sailing ship, converted to a steamship, and there it is. That's a pretty interesting contraption. It's got the big steamship wheel, but it's also a sailboat. It began its journey across the Atlantic Ocean on this date in 1819. The first transoceanic voyage using steam power. It was a fiasco because in order for this thing to work, they had to take out everything inside the bowels of the ship that would be cargo and people and stuff so they could put in the steam engine. It made one trip and that was about it. Eventually it caught on. About 90% of all the goods transported in the world are transported by ship. The International Maritime Organization sets the standards to keep shipping safe, environmentally friendly. They establish the shipping routes. And ocean freight is extremely inexpensive. It costs as little as a penny to ship a can of soda across the globe by sea. Now, if you've ever used the terms feeling blue, pipe down, toe the line, long shot, taken aback, hunky-dory, spin a yarn, those are all maritime or nautical phrases. Happy National Maritime Day today. Today in history, in this age of political divide, belligerence in many respects, we can take solace in the fact that at least our senators aren't beating the crap out of each other on the floor of the Senate chamber, because on this date leading up to the Civil War in 1856. It actually happened. Senator Charles Sumner of Massachusetts took to the floor of the Senate and gave a speech denouncing slavery. Congressman Preston Brooks of South Carolina didn't much care for that, and so we beat him with a cane right there on the floor. Beat him bad. Needless to say, this kind of revealed a little bit of the polarization in America. Sumner from Massachusetts became a martyr to the Union cause and the abolitionists. Congressman Brooks became a hero in the South because he beat up his enemy on the floor of the Senate with a cane. They don't do that anymore, to my knowledge. Happy birthday to the United States patent 821,393 given to the Wright brothers on this date in 1906. They called it the flying machine. We should go back to that term. Instead of airplane, we should call it a flying machine. It would make flying as romantic as it used to be back in the day. If the airplane has a birthday, I guess it's today. And 65 years ago today, the most powerful earthquake ever recorded, the Great Chilean Earthquake, 9.5 on the Richter scale, and it lasted 10 minutes. 10-minute earthquake on a 9.5. No earthquake has ever been measured stronger than that. As you might imagine, it created a number of tsunamis that killed other people in Hawaii. And birthdays. One heavenly birthday, the actors considered him the actor's actor. Maybe the best of all time. I don't know. Spencer Tracy said, I can't match up with Laurence Olivier. Humphrey Bogart, Lauren Bacall, they all said the same thing. He's the best of the best. Laurence Olivier, the English actor, director, and producer, born in the state in 1907. And the man has a claim to being the greatest male tennis player of all. Well, he is the greatest male tennis player of all time. It's just there. 24 Grand Slam men's singles titles, 7 Wimbledons, 4 U.S. Opens, 3 French Opens, 10 Australian Open titles. Novak Djokovic, the greatest of them all, is 38. Still to come, an opinion from Mike Mad Dog Mignotti. You've never seen it before. Also, my conversation with Tara Sokol for the Wenatchee Valley Museum and Cultural Center. Our thanks to Alpine Air for heat and air. Call Alpine Air. They are our platinum sponsor. But first things first, it is Thursday. Lucky the dog needs a home. It's Pause for Pets.
You trust the same doctor for your health and the same dentist for your smile. Trust Global Car Care to keep your vehicle running strong. We track your car's history so it gets the right care at the right time. With our 3-year, 36,000-mile warranty on parts and labor, you'll drive away with confidence. Global Car Care, your automotive experts. We service all makes and models, but specialize in Sprinter vans, Mercedes, Audi, Volkswagen, and BMW. Call or visit us today.
Between juggling groceries, preparing meals, and lending a helping hand, you're a hero without a cape. But who's there to support you? Aging and Adult Care honors caregivers like you, the relatives, friends, and neighbors, helping loved ones remain safely at home. Aging and Adult Care offers chore services, respite, personal care, and more. Serving Chelan, Douglas, Grant, Lincoln, Adams, and Okanagan counties, call Aging and Adult Care at 1-800-572-4459 for caregiver support.
Welcome to Boswell's, where you'll find quality furnishings for every room in your home. Customers ask, do you have solid wood options? Yes, they do. Bamboo, maple, acacia, cherry, mahogany. With 2 floors of quality furniture and complimentary design services, Boswell's design team can create a home that's uniquely yours. For almost a century, people have chosen Boswell's for their quality and customer service. Boswell's Furniture, it's closer than you think.
Hi, I'm Corley with Wenatchee Valley Humane Society, Animal Care Manager, and today I have Lucky with me. Lucky is our, we think, 7-year-old Akita mix. Yeah. And Lucky came to us as a stray about 2 months ago when he was found, we think, hit by a car. That's what we think. As you can see, he only has 3 legs. His left back leg was the one that was injured when he was picked up, and our vet thankfully was able to look at him right away, and so we got that fixed. We had to amputate because the injury was so bad. But from there, our amazing team of fosters came in and nursed him back to health in their home, and he made a really good quick recovery, and it's almost like he doesn't even notice that he has 3 legs. He gets around and he bounces and he pounces on things, and it's so cute. He has so much energy. So while Lucky excels at snuggling, he loves that, it's his favorite activity, he is still learning commands. I think that he wasn't taught very much when he was a puppy, but that's okay because he's smart and he's sweet and he's treat motivated, and I feel like he could learn a lot. Since he was a stray, we of course don't know about cats. But we do know how he is with dogs because we have several here, and he can be a little selective. He has some best friends and then some other dogs he doesn't really care for. So as usual, we always suggest if you have a dog, bring them down with you so that Lucky can meet them too. Lucky's other favorite things include sardine treats, which are pretty gross, but he loves them. He also loves cheese and hot dogs, and I think probably pretty much anything else that you try to treat him with, he'll love. He also loves walks, and he gets along really good on his 3 legs. It's just a superstar. And people, he loves his people. Yeah, it's a great trifecta of things. So we decided to name him Lucky because we are hoping so much that he's lucky enough to find his forever home because he deserves it. This is the best boy. So if you'd like to come down and meet Lucky, we are open Thursday through Tuesday from 12:30 to 6, or you can even make an appointment online for Wednesday, and we would love to introduce you.
Give them a call at 509-662-9577 or visit their website at wenatcheehumane.org.
When you've been in business for 40 years, it's because you understand change and you put members first, always. Now Works is announcing a change in their membership model. Up to 6 people on one membership that you can mix and match. The more people, the bigger the discounts. Introducing the Works shared membership model. One membership, friends and family and flexibility. Works, the cleanest, friendliest, most helpful gyms you and your friends will ever join.
Hey, this is Mike, Mad Dog Magnotti, and everybody is entitled to my opinion. Now, here's a poser for you. So Donald Trump runs against Hillary in 2016 and he wins. Now, evidently, that election was fair and there have been no voting shenanigans. But when Trump loses in 2020, suddenly the methods and other voting skullduggery was so egregious that the big lie that the election had been stolen from Trump was not only spouted but incredibly believed by 60% of those in this country who identify as evangelical Christians. But then Trump wins in 2024, and suddenly the election process is honest and free from any malfeasance. Well, isn't that amazing? So what's the question? Did some sort of a miracle occur? Or is our bully-in-chief just spouting lies his supporters are fully willing to support even in the face of reality? Well, God. This is Mike Mad Dog Magnotti, and that's my opinion.
Tour Moses Lake just a gas tank away. With its abundance of outdoor activities, Moses Lake is a great place to visit. From fishing and boating to exploring the city's attractions, there is no shortage of things to do. Whether you're enjoying any one of the variety of restaurants with the family or an adventure-filled day with friends, Moses Lake has something for everyone. Tour MosesLake.com and start your adventure today.
At Abby's, Toppings to the Edge is a promise we've kept for 60 years and counting. We load our pizzas with fresh ingredients, quality meats, and real cheese, so every bite is legendary. If you can find a better pizza, buy it. Abby's, you just can't top it. Right now, every day is Taco Tuesday at Abby's. Our Taco Especial is on sale 7 days a week. This giant pizza serves up to 6 people and is at a very special price. Order at abbys.com. Give us a call or just drop by. We're family-owned Abby's, a legendary pizza tradition.
Get a great deal on making the most of every property. The Kubota commercial landscape lineup is built to do more. From the RTVX utility vehicle to the Z700 mower to the SVL track loader. When your reputation is on the line, you need equipment that doesn't let you down. Right now, bring home select Kubota equipment for 0 down, 0% APR for 48 months, or save up to $4,000.
What's your awesome? Whatever it is, Washington Trust Bank can help you get there. Learn more at watrust.com/awesome.
Welcome back to the program. At least once a month, even more, if conditions allow, we'd like to come right down the street from our very studios to the Wenatchee Valley Museum and Cultural Center, because they ain't bored around here. They have a lot on their plate, and every time we come down, we either visit with Mariah Thornack, who runs the place, or Tara Sokol, who really runs the place. And that's safe to say. Isn't it?
No, that's not an accurate statement at any capacity.
It's full on spring. You guys had a pretty good first quarter, didn't you? You guys were busy.
Oh yes, we are all feeling it this month. We just had a staff meeting not that long ago, and we were all just like, just a few more weeks and May is done. So we're going through it, but we are enjoying it, and we have a lot of fun events.
Yeah. And we need to start out with something I think is really cool. They've teamed up again with the Wenatchee Historic Preservation Board to do the annual self-guided historic homes tour. Some of them are old favorites, like the Wells House, which is on every year. And every year you get some new property owners to agree to let total strangers walk through their homes and check out some of the really cool places. You've probably driven by them a bunch of times. We'll start out with the famous mausoleum by Wenatchee High School, which was tucked away and hidden by a substation and bushes and trees for years. Now it's right there for you to see. People drive by that all the time on Miller Street. Never been in it. Let's start with that.
Yeah, for sure. That one's going to be really exciting. We are going to have a bunch of posters sort of illustrating the history of the Home of Peace Mausoleum. It was built in the early 20th century. It houses a lot of Wenatchee mayors that are currently in there, and a lot of the early settlers who came to the city of Wenatchee. It also housed, I believe, some folks who unfortunately passed away from the Spanish flu. So there's a lot of history tucked into that building, and we also have some folks who are resting there who are also the original homeowners of some of the other homes on our tour, which is quite fascinating. So we're going to hope to highlight that during the tour as well.
Yeah, in fact, you brought that up, and I'll bring this up right now. There's the house on South Miller Street, the Weatherwood home on South Miller Street. Driven by there 100 times. Cool looking home, really neat. And now on the 31st of this month, on Saturday, you get to see the inside.
Yeah, that's going to be really, really exciting. I mean, I actually, maybe I shouldn't share like how close I live to this house, but I live pretty close to the Pershing home as well. So I'm really excited to check that out as well.
So does the City of Wenatchee's Historic Preservation Board make these suggestions, or do you two as a tandem go to the property owners and say, you have an historic home and a historic piece of property, we'd like to open it up to the public?
Well, it's mostly my coworker Shannon who helps establish the program alongside Kirsten Larson with the Wenatchee Historic Preservation Board. She's a city planner. So they work together to try and curry together all the homeowners who are going to be involved with the historic homes tour. So I am just here helping to market, but Shannon is the one who helps try and put this entire program together, and she's doing a great job so far. As to regarding the process as to how to get the homeowners, I don't know exactly how they go about that, but from what I understand, Kirsten has a whole list of homes that are registered, and I think they just try and contact people who are interested. And but that's just all like conjecture. I don't really know exactly how they do it.
If you've never visited the Grandview Historic District, which is the first, I guess, district in the city of Wenatchee, it started downtown, started working up Douglas Street, Oregon Street, King Street, Franklin Street. All of those houses have historic value, and the one on King Street stands out too.
Yeah. That one is quite beautiful. It has a bunch of like flowers and vegetable gardens in the front lawn, and I've seen a couple photos of what it looked like way back in like the 50s or 70s, and it's truly a gem of a home.
Yeah, most of those homes were built. I know I owned a house in the Grandview Historic District. It was built in 1923.
Yeah.
And these are extremely well-built, well-crafted homes, back when a contractor would do 2 homes a year and not 40.
Yeah.
And you can tell. You can tell. And kudos to the homeowners, by the way, because it's easy to say no. I don't want a bunch of strangers tramping through my house, but yet they've agreed to do it because they understand the historic significance of their properties. And these are all self-guided tours. I need to mention that. You can come and go at your own volition, but it isn't free. You don't have to worry about strangers running in and out of the Wells house. That belongs to you guys.
Yeah. You know, it's definitely a new venture for the homeowners, and we're incredibly grateful that they're able to participate in this tour. It's definitely opening yourself up to the community, and that can be a little scary, but it's also incredibly rewarding for people to sort of appreciate your home with you. So another thing that I'm really excited to see is the Vredenberg apartments.
Kitty corner from where we're sitting right now.
Yeah, it's only a block away from both of us, and I'm really excited to see what that looks like. I took a photo of like the front facing area, and it's super beautiful, and it's one of the first apartment buildings that were ever built in the Wenatchee Valley. And so I think back in like the 20s or something, which must have, I mean, it was probably a novel concept back then to have like a 3-story apartment building, at least here in Wenatchee. Like that, everything else was just a regular single family home, and just to be like, we're gonna bring in condos, people were probably like, what? I don't know.
It's a cool building, and it's, I believe, and I may be wrong, but it was built at the same time as the Burke Hill Apartments on Okanagan, and now it's owned by the same company, and they've been going through the process over the last decade or so of remodeling each of the individual units to bring it back to its original glory. They've been doing a wonderful job.
That's great. Yeah. I will personally learn more about that later today. I didn't know about that. So thanks for sharing that with me.
Yeah, the people who own the Burke Hill Apartments and now own the Vredenberg, or they both bought both at the same time. And as a tenant moves out, they're going in and stripping it down and making it as authentic to the period as possible.
Wow.
Which is pretty cool.
That is really cool, because honestly, a lot of the apartments that are getting built now, they all kind of look the same, cookie cutter. So it's nice to have apartments that actually have a little bit of character to them.
The complete list, by the way, for the self-guided tour, it's self-guided, 10 a.m. to 4 o'clock on Saturday the 1st. The complete list is available on the Wenatchee Valley Museum and Cultural Center's website. And then hopefully, starting in mid-July, you'll start having the kids start rolling in for your Super Summer Adventure Camps.
Yeah, that is going to start on July 14th. We are going to have 4 weeks of summer camp. Unfortunately, our robotics camps are sold out. Those are for kids ages between 10 to 11. That's sold out, unfortunately. However, we do have camps that are available for kids between ages 6 through 10. And again, that's starting on July 14th. And so we're gonna have Apex Predator Power Camp, Mission Space Life Camp, Monsters, Myths, and Mysteries Camp. I always have to look back because that's a really long name. And Time Machine Quest Camp. So those are all the information on that is going to be on our website. We have a full camps page called Super Summer Adventures Camp that you can check out. And it's gonna be really fun. Every year the kids just beam and love it so much, and yeah.
It's great for the kids because it keeps keeps your brain from getting soft over summer vacation. And it's the kids love it, They just love it. Do you mix it up every year? I mean, if you do a super summer adventure camp that just the kids just love, okay, we're bringing it back next year, or do you have to mix it up every year just to keep the curriculum different?
So it's a mix of both. Last year we had grizzly bear camp, and that involved a lot of folks coming by. They brought some stuffed bears. Unfortunately, this year we're not going to have those partners, but this year we're going to have Apex Predator Power camp, which is going to have a little bit of rehashing of the grizzly bear camp, but we have other camps that are going to be completely new, like the Monsters, Myths, and Mysteries camp. That's going to be a completely new concept, and the Time Machine Quest camp, that's going to be delving into historic time periods and just exploring like our imagination for what the future is going to look like. So
these are all the camps that we just talked about, by the way, are for kids ages 6 to 10. The Apex Predator Camp gets things going. That's the 14th to the 17th of July. Next week is Space Life Camp. Following week is Monsters, Myths, and Mysteries Camp, and then it wraps up with the Time Machine Quest Camp. That's just for ages 6 to 10. There are other camps as well, and when we visit again, maybe next time we'll talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, of course.
And then you got a new exhibit coming in early June. We're talking about...
Yeah, two.
We're talking about our planet and our solar system. That's a big one.
Yes, that one is going to be really, really exciting. I will say that materials from the, it's called the Sun, Earth, Universe exhibit, and we're getting those materials from the Mobius Discovery Center. Materials from that exhibit are also going to be involved in our Mission Space Life Camp, so that'll be really exciting. But yeah, the Sun, Earth, Universe exhibit, that's going to be opening on Family Saturday, June 7th. And we also have another exhibit. It is going to be the Don Seabrook's Living Images exhibit, and that's going to go over his career photographing for the Wenatchee World for the past like 4 decades. He recently retired like a couple years ago, but he was a very long time photojournalist, well loved in the community, and we're going to have an exhibit showcasing his best works, and that's going to be really exciting.
Award-winning work. This guy won some serious hardware from some serious folks who know about photography.
Yeah.
And Don's a legend as far as that's concerned, although he wouldn't tell you that.
No, he is a legend, and he has been here working for the Wenatchee World since the 80s and has been through thick and thin for all the different changes of Wenatchee, and we're going to chronicle essentially the transformation of Wenatchee through his exhibit, and that's going to be really exciting.
And that's, kudos, by the way, to WIC Communications of the Wenatchee World, because they own the photos that Don took, and they said, go for it.
Yeah, thank you for letting us use those photos for the exhibit. We also have a lobby case exhibit of the history of the Wenatchee World, so that's going to be really fun for folks to check out as well. The Living Images, that's going to be opening during First Friday, June 6th. But we also have a members only reception, which is going to be the day prior, Thursday, June 5th. And all the Wenatchee Valley Museum members are able to go to that reception. There will be live music from Jazz Jam Quintet. There's going to be free drinks, free food, and you get to talk with Don Seabrook. So that'll be a special event where you can sort of look at the exhibit and get a really intimate look at that.
Speaking of that, at the end of the self-guided historic homes tour on the 31st, there's also going to be a reception. That's for members only and for the people who allowed the general public to come in as well. So join the museum. You get a lot of benefits just by joining the museum.
Yeah, and you get a lot of discounts on all our programs. Like for summer camps, you get a huge discount. Like and for our silent film night this upcoming Friday, I don't know if that's too early to share that, but we are going to you get a slight discount for that as well. So you get a discount on basically almost every program, and it's really, really nice. And if you get a specific membership level, you can get discounts to museums across the state or the country.
Oftentimes the discounts are free.
Yeah.
There are museums, if you get to a certain level of your sponsorship, you can go to museums all over the United States. You don't have to pay admission. You just whip out your card.
Yeah. So yeah, exciting stuff. Definitely look into our membership online if you're interested.
One last thing to talk about before we cut you loose. I know you're busy. Our Stehekin.
Yes.
Talk about that.
Yeah, that is coming up this Saturday. people are going to be meeting at the Chelan boat dock at 7:45 a.m. People are going to take the Lady Liberty, which is a boat that goes out to the small town of Stehekin. People will enjoy treats from the Stehekin Pastry Company, listen to stories from local storyteller Randy Lewis. He's very well known for his storytelling abilities on tours. People love going on tours with him. And you'll get to see the beautiful nature of Stehekin. Like the photos we took last year of people going up to the waterfall and seeing that beautiful lush river, it's breathtaking. If you haven't checked it out, you should check it out this year.
Randy can spin a yarn, let me tell you. I can tell you that from personal experience. And many of the stories that he tells are true, which is even better than that. Everything that we're talking about, by the way, on the museum's website, you're going to pay to do almost anything, but you're going to get your money's worth. And you can buy tickets to everything we just talked about by going to the website. Super easy. Point, click, buy, done.
Mm-hmm. I will say for First Friday and Family Saturday, we are offering free admission. So we do have some free events. And that will be for the grand opening of both exhibits. So if you really want to take full advantage of the museum, you should come by those days, which are June 6th, June 7th.
Do you get any time off?
I get time off Sundays and Mondays.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Tara, it's always good to see you. We'll visit again. Let's take, once a month. Let's just make this happen. All right?
Absolutely. Yeah, thanks for meeting with me today.
I'm still tired from the long drive from the TV station, though.
You know what? Same. I mean, not to the TV station. I'm just always tired.
You're watching Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. We'll be right back. It's the NCWLIFE Community Calendar, a presentation of the Wenatchee Valley Dispute Resolution Center. The Wenatchee Valley Museum and Cultural Center is once again teaming up with Wenatchee's Historic Preservation Board to host another Historic Homes Tour on May 31st. It's a self-guided tour that offers a rare look inside private historic properties that are not generally open to the public. The tour concludes with a reception at the museum for members and homeowners. Register by going to the museum's website.
Bring the whole family up to Stormy Mountain Brewing and local public house in historic downtown Chelan. Applewood smoked brisket, street-style tacos, and our award-winning barbecue rubs and sauces. Our meals pair perfectly with our exciting lineup of craft ales, made right here in Chelan. We've got room for big groups, or give us a call for catering. So grab the kids and check out the fun at Stormy Mountain Brewing and local public house located in the heart of Chelan.
Are you dealing with a pest or weed issue and you just don't know what to do?
We use the best pest control methods approved for areas with kids and pets.
Whether it's rats, mice, ants, or spiders,
or something else altogether, we provide the coaching and solutions you're looking for.
And you can know that your dollars are supporting a local, family-owned and operated business.
Allow us to help you get back to living healthy and pest-free. Harvest Valley Pest Control.
High clouds, but no rain. Still could get a raindrop or two this morning. It's a possibility. We're at 54 degrees, so the temperature really hasn't gone up much at all since this show began. National Weather Service is predicting a pretty darn nice weekend once we get through today, and even at the end of the day today, we're going to see quite a bit of sunshine, a gradual warming trend. We've been in a cool period. I mentioned at the start of the show, the last 7 days in a row now, our afternoon high temperature has not been getting to where it normally should be this time of the year. Our normal high as this time of the year would be a very pleasant and benign, about 73. We've been below that, oftentimes well below that. That is going to change starting tomorrow, certainly going to change over the weekend. There is one little blip out there we're a little concerned about late Sunday night into Monday because of the warm-up that's going to come our way, and it's going to warm up very rapidly. That usually leads to some instability, especially in the upper atmosphere. So there is a chance of a pop-up thunderstorm in the backcountry, in the higher elevations, in the Cascades and in the Idaho Panhandle on Sunday night into Monday. Outside of that, it's looking pretty good. Let's do it from the National Weather Service. Clouds this morning, eventually sunshine this afternoon. 70 our forecast high. Clear tonight, about 47 for For the overnight low, sunshine on Friday, high of about 74. Sunshine on Saturday will top off at about 79. Some locations will be in the lower 80s on Saturday. Everybody's going to be well into the 80s on Sunday. Memorial Day Monday proper, lots of sunshine and a high of 83 degrees. Again, there's a slight chance of a pop-up thunderstorm late Sunday night into early Monday. Outside of that, no complaints about a 3-day weekend forecast like that. And that's it for us. Start your weekend with us tomorrow. Until then, bye-bye.